going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. I'm going to start it off with the technique, and this is something that everybody wants to know. This is the party trick of Filipino martial arts in weapon format. This is the thing that everyone uses to act like they know what they're doing. But in all seriousness, this is, to be honest, what I think is the backbone to double stick in Kali, Arnis, Eskrima, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to teach you guys it in less than 3 minutes. Just as a disclaimer, if you don't get it in 3 minutes, there's no big deal. But I'm going to do everything opposite. So what that pretty much looks like is, if you want to practice with me, this is the way I teach my students online, virtually right now, is I'm going to do everything on my left side, which should reflect your right side. So I should essentially look like your reflection. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer real quick on my watch, and then we're going to get ourselves going. 3 minutes. Double stick Sinawali from start to finish. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you're gonna have one stick in each hand. You're going to have your right hand on top, your left stick chambered underneath. You wanna make sure you're not pinching it down with your elbow where it gets stuck. Now the whole goal of double stick Sinawali is the 6 counts. It's 3 counts going one way, and then those same 3 counts mirrored going back the other way. So we gotta break it down. And if you can learn it when it's broken down, putting it all together, easy peasy. So, the way I like to teach everyone, without giving numbers, because numbers confuse the heck out of everybody, I have very basic commands. We have top, bottom, switch. My goal right now is to take everything on the right side and bring it all the way to the left side, where I should be in a similar position like so. So what I'm gonna do is slashes, they're cutting motions, all the way through. I'm gonna start off with top, bottom, switch. Now when I switch, I'm gonna roll my top stick forward, which is my right hand, and I'm gonna pull my left stick back, almost making like a circle. And then I'm gonna change their position. So if you can see right now, I have my right stick on top, my left stick underneath. I need to switch that so that my left stick is on top and my right stick is underneath. Okay, once we have that, let's bring it back. And again, we have top, bottom, switch, bring it back one more time, top, bottom, switch. Now we're gonna stay here and let's just do the same thing, but now we're gonna bring it from our left side to our right side, okay? So we're gonna go again, top, going all the way through, bottom, switch, make that circular motion, get it into that chambered position on the right side. Let's swing it back, and again, top, bottom, switch. Bring it back. Last time, top, bottom, switch. Make those movements nice and big. Give yourself space to move, okay? Now what we'll do is, let's add in a little bit of counts. So we're gonna go top, bottom, switch for 1 count, and 1 count is gonna bring us from one side to the other, and from that side back. So it'll look like so. We go 1, top, bottom, switch, 2, top, bottom, switch. 3, top, bottom, switch. 4, top, bottom, switch. 2 more times. 5, top, bottom, switch. And 6, top, bottom, switch. So again, guys, big motions and cut it up. Don't be afraid to go top, pause, make sure it's finished. Bottom, pause, make sure it's finished. Switch, find that exact position before you decide to bring it back or go in the opposite direction. There is no rush, okay? Now that we have it going one side, all we need to do is make it loop. Damn. Okay, 5 minutes. So let's just finish it off, guys. The timer ran out. All you have to do now is you have to be able to loop it back and forth. So 1 count, we're gonna go top, bottom, switch, right into top, bottom, switch. So again, starting from our right side, top, bottom, switch, right into top, bottom, switch. And again, top, bottom, switch, right into top, bottom, switch. Once you get that down, do it all together, find your rhythm. There is your double stick in what we call the standard Sinawali. We have variations, but this is the backbone. Make it nice and fast, nice and slow. Keep the timing together so it looks like it's just one giant weave with 2 sticks. All right, guys. I wanted to give you guys 5 tips that I think you guys can benefit from if you are martial arts school struggling right now, if you are in the fitness industry, and if you have a business that you are hoping to start once COVID passes. I think these are things that are very, very valuable to the way that you operate and the way that you kind of view your path, if you will. Number 1 is to be there for your clients or your customers. And this isn't necessarily about money. This is more so to show them that you actually care for them. Because when it's all said and done, especially in something like martial arts, a lot of businesses, as you can tell, because a lot of them have been closing down, they thrive and they meet their bottom line and they pay their bills through their clients, through memberships and whatnot. And to make your process smoother, to give you less of a headache, you want to show that the money that people spend with you isn't just about going into your pocket. It's translating more as to, this is just the way that the world is. I have to pay rent, I have to pay my bills, I have to do all that. But by you being a student here, you're a family to me. I care about you. If you need to take a break, so be it. If you need me to pause your membership, so be it. I want to know if you're doing okay. Is your family doing okay? Take a little time to know them, to touch base with them, and just give them a call and just ask them how they're doing. Ask if there's anything you can do for them. And let me tell you guys, it goes a very, very, very long way. And that's what makes people choose you. The price, the location, the amenities at your facility, those are all secondary to the ability to serve them and to develop a strong level of trust with your students, with their parents, with pretty much a big portion of their lives. And so number 2 is to be open to learn. And by learning, obviously you can go so many ways with learning, but just be open to learn new ways how to do your job. You have people been doing this twice as long as me, maybe as long as I've been alive. When they get so used to being in their ways and things happen where they need to shift, they don't want to. They throw in the towel, or they feel like, no, it's not a big deal, but it is. We thought that this was just going to be a week or 2 lockdown from March break. And then it turned out being a month into April. And then now, going into 2021, it's still an issue. So obviously, you have to be open to learn. And you have to be able to say to yourself that you don't know everything and that you're willing to still improve. Because again, that kind of reflects back to number 1. These people trust in us to be able to do our best to serve them, to continue to serve them, right? Which is important. If I just said, you know what, screw it, guys. Then they go, well, okay, but I want to train. I go, well, I don't want to teach. There's only one way I teach, and it's this way. I think that on top of the obvious wanting to be able to learn from, a business point of view, in terms of like the back end, the infrastructure, how you can make yourself a little bit more efficient on the paper side. That's obviously an important thing as well. Number 3 is to invest in your craft. And again, these points are kind of feeding off of each other. But number 3, invest in your craft. Give yourself the environment to succeed. Give yourself the ability to do your job properly, to be able to excel at your job. And this goes for everyone. But if we're talking strictly with martial arts, don't cheap out on equipment, right? Obviously, don't buy something you can't afford, but make a plan and invest in it. Invest in good mats, invest in good punching bags, invest in recording equipment, in cameras, in microphones, in screens to help you with virtual classes. Invest in, a Zoom subscription. There's so many things that you can do, so many things that are out there that can honestly make your experience as a business owner different, like night and day. One of the things that I always told myself is when it came to union martial arts, when it came to any sort of business that I would be a part of, is I want it to be the best of the best. I don't want someone to come into here, I don't want someone to be in my class, virtually or in person, and feel like I cheaped out somewhere, that I took a shortcut. Because I want them to feel like I've done everything in my power to give you the best experience at this time. And that's very, very important to me. That's, you know, take the extra time to double check your methods of communication, double check your design, double check your auxiliary things like merchandise or uniforms and stuff like that. Like, make sure that you give them a chance to experience you. And sometimes you need to invest in your craft a little bit more, whether that's within you or within the stuff around you. And so number 4, and this one I think is going to be a huge one, is find a sustainable location. So obviously you want to invest in your craft, and at some point, maybe that means you find your own unit that you build out, and then you make it your own gym or whatever it might be. One of the things that I've learned and that I'm so fortunate about is that when I came to this gym, I chose it because I could sustain this place without the person that I came here with. So a quick backstory is I actually came here with a different school whom I was renting from in another location. That location became too expensive for him, so we decided to find a smaller unit together. And when we chose this place, I found it, and before I brought it up to him, because pretty much the cost would already be cut in half, I already looked at it and I knew that I could pay for it all by myself. If tomorrow he said, I'm out. The whole plan of me building this place and eventually buying him out and renovating, I was able to sustain this place. And as my business grew, obviously we took a big hit through COVID, but I was still able to keep this place running. Before all the grants came out, before all of the subsidies came out, I was able to keep this place running. I was still able to pay the bills here. And that's very, very important, because you need to be prepared and you need to be able to have home. You need to have like that nest, that center place where all of your work can happen. And I think with my facility, it's something that I can continue to improve. As you guys can see, I'm doing plenty of renovation here, and it's something that I can maintain and be able to provide all of my services and really show the value of all the investments that I've made in myself and in the actual facility for them. Finally, number 5 is to diversify your approach. And that kind of loops it all up together, guys. Don't be afraid to go to the internet. Don't be afraid to dabble in social media. You don't need to be an expert at it, but you can't be naive. Excuse me, sir. I am trying to record a video. But you can't be naive and think that the way that you do it and the way you've been doing it is the only way. You have to continuously learn. You have to continuously find the next thing, the next way or the next option, even if it's a backup. And I'm so fortunate that I've been doing YouTube for a while, and obviously not to this degree where I think I'm taking it a little more serious now. I've been doing online videos with Anastacio, and I've had a social media presence for a while. So me translating my skills and being able to teach and talk in front of a camera when I'm actually teaching my students now through Zoom, it became second nature to me. It's easy. And my students found it easy because they were constantly watching my videos as well. And so it felt normal. And one of the things you guys will find out very, very quickly is when you meet people who have seen you through video first, they feel like they already know you. They feel like they're at home. They feel like they've already been a part of the academy. Those are my 5 tips, guys. Sorry if I ran it a little bit, but hopefully you guys can take that. And if you guys are in a position to strike now, then really double think it and take the time to go through all those steps. If you guys are weathering the storm like we are, then hang tight and just start now. Build your online presence now. Build a sustainable and effective platform so that when you do hit the ground, you hit the ground running. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. We had a great night of classes. We had a crazy conditioning class tonight. We're making our strides for 2021. Hope you guys are as well. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. 100K is our goal this year. I feel like we can do it. And if there's anything specific that you guys have questions for, I'm thinking about making a little FMA discussion in the next coming videos. So please comment below and let me know. Check out Nelson's channel. Check out the homies. Until next time. Excuse me, Jordan. I'm trying to do an outro. Catch you guys then.